Hi guys, today we're taking a deep dive into the Zeta Markets, a perpetuals DEX on Solana, which is slowly but surely becoming my favorite place to trade. Now, their token Z is already around the corner, and you can still participate in their airdrop campaign by simply trading on the platform and accumulating something called Z-score. Now, you can also generate a lot more Z-score by applying multipliers, and they have really done a nice job gamifying the whole system. We will talk more about that in the video down the line. Now, let's first take a look at some of their competitors. First, we have Drift, and Drift is actually the biggest perpetuals DEX on Solana. While that may be great for their statistics, it's really bad for the user because that means that our rewards pool is being diluted between a lot more people. Now, another thing is that they recently had a snapshot of activity on their platform, and the airdrop of 10% of total supply of their token is just around the corner. For these reasons, I'm slowly moving away from Drift until we hear some more news regarding future ecosystem incentives. The other one we have is Jupiter, and Jupiter had an airdrop already for simply using the platform. However, there will be more rounds, and this is a lot more speculative, but if you're using their perpetuals beta, and of course, if you put something in GLP, if you deposit some funds in their GLP pools, which is essentially counter trading and sharing the revenue of the platform, then you might be qualifying for their future rounds of airdrop. Again, super speculative. And before we get started with Zeta, remember that we have a private Discord, a community we've been building for over a year now that has helped people, whether they're new to crypto or experienced DeFi degens. We are all helping each other and making money together. If this is something that interests you, make sure to check out our subscriptions and the application, which Santiago updates regularly to help you keep organized in this crazy airdrop arena. All right, Zeta Markets, let's go. First of all, their token Z is not going to be only governance token. They have planned utilities such as staking and incentives as of the get-go. So the 30% is going to go for incentives, and most of it is going to go towards traders and liquidity providers to ensure that there's going to be best class liquidity and ideal exchange conditions. Another one, the 10% is going to be for airdrop, and 5% is going to the traders based on Z-score, 1% to users who are members of strategic communities on Solana, and 4% is reserved for Z-stakers. Longer staking will provide greater benefits. Alright, and before we start trading, just a quick note on how to generate as much Z-score as possible by using as many multipliers as possible. First things first, simply by making a maker or taker trades on the platform, you're going to be generating Z-score. However, it is much better to open taker trades because you're going to be generating more Z-score, even though these trades are a little more expensive to open. However, there's also going to be a multiplier for the best traders. If you're in top 100, then you can look at some really nice boosts to your multiplier. If you're first, you get a 2x boost, and 100th, you get a 1% boost, and everything in between. Also, please take a really deep understanding of this note on wash trading. Don't try to wash trade. If you just open and close positions to generate volume, that is going to be penalized and you can get 0 Z-score in general. At first, I was really salty about this, but then I got to thinking, wait a second, like airdrops are not supposed to be free lunch. Airdrops are meant to be incentives for real users to help platform generate revenue. And this is actually very fair when you think about it. Alright, now let's take a look at all the multipliers. The simplest one that you can use is by simply using a referral link. You will get 10% more on your Z-score by simply using someone's referral link. Next one, we have Zeta cards, and this is basically their NFT collection, which you can burn to get an instantaneous boost to your multiplier on your Z-score, and you can get them in different rarities ranging from 1.25 multiplier, so 25% multiplier, all the way to 3x. You can get these on Tensor. However, keep in mind that this is probably not worth it unless you're planning to do a really lot of volume, because the most expensive ones, the 3x multipliers, are going for 30 SOL, which is absurd. 20 SOL is the floor. So yeah, if you're going to use a lot of volume, then you can consider this option as well. Then the next one that you can use is, of course, the Pyth stakers. If you're staking more than 1,000 Pyth tokens on their governance tab and you're using that wallet to trade, then you're going to be generating extra multipliers, 10% more on the fact that you are using Pyth. And then you have Backpack Wallet. If you're using Backpack Wallet on Zeta, then you're also generating another 10%. All of these actually stack, so you can get all of them in one. Also, the last one is if you have asset-elements, and this is basically an NFT, which you can get on the Elements marketplace, and you also get a 10% multiplier using this one.
Hey crypto fans, as airdrop hunters and crypto enthusiasts, we are constantly in risk of being scammed from protocols and people that want to drain our wallets and enter into our computers. That is why we partner with proxy sellers for our proxy services, and the great about their services is that you can select many crypto-friendly countries and you can even mix a package of different countries for your proxy services. You can select many of the different proxy options, including your residential proxies. And it's super easy to get it. You just select the country, then you can put the amount of proxies that you want. Let's say that I am farming with 10 wallets. Just click on buy, and here on redeem code you can put a referral CCS15, and you can see how the price downs a 15% for all these proxy services and 10% for residential services. So don't wait anymore, be safe as an airdrop hunter and crypto enthusiast, so you are always in control when you are online. Use our CCS15 refer code, and first link in the description is your link to get your proxies with us and proxy seller.
And now let's explore the platform itself. So from the UI perspective, you can see that it's much clearer and smoother than some of the competitors. And in the rewards tab, you have the affiliate rewards where you can claim them anytime you want. And you have trading rewards, which will be coming as soon as the token goes live, I imagine. And then you also have the liquidity provision rewards, which you can already participate in, but you need to join their market maker program directly in contact with the team. Next one, you have the leaderboard, and this one has made me really happy actually, because my measly 10k Z-score is already positioning me under 5k of users, which means that the platform is actually not so farmed as the other ones, and it could mean that potential rewards from using the platform could be that much bigger. Also, in the portfolio tab, you can make your deposits and withdrawals to the platform, and you can also see your past trade history as well as your current open positions and open orders. All right, let's trade. If you're new to this, I would highly recommend only using the top 4 cryptos, so in our case, Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana, considering that these pairs are usually the least volatile, which means that your chances of getting liquidated are much less. Also, another thing that you should avoid is leverage, because by amplifying your leverage, you are potentially increasing your gains, but also increasing your risk. I'll give you an example. On the Solana perp, if I wanted to go long on Solana, I would simply go buy, market order for beginning, and then you choose the amount of account leverage you want to use. Let's take a sensible 1.5x. And here you can see that your liquidation price is $49. This means that if the price of Solana ever falls down to $49, your position is going to be liquidated. However, this is very unlikely, and the higher you go in the leverage scale, then the higher the price of liquidation is. This means that if you are using $100 and you're using 10x leverage, that means that 1% movement in price is giving you a 10x difference in your profits or losses. But of course, this is very scary and I would highly recommend against it. Now let's open our medium to a very conservative leverage position on Solana, and you would simply do it by pressing here. You can also, now normally I would simply close this trade and open another limit order, but as we said before, don't wash trade. So I'll see you back in a couple minutes or seconds. Also, the Solana network is currently congested, so your take profit and stop loss orders might not trigger. So in that case, you just have to close the trade manually. Keep that in mind. Now let's take a look how to open a limit order on Zeta. You would choose your pair as before, but instead of buy, you go sell, limit order, and here you choose the price at which you want to enter the markets. Currently, we're trading at 148.87, which means that you want to open a trade as going short above the current market price, so you have to wait for that price to reach it. So this means that we would have to open a trade around, let's say, 149, and then you simply start your position. However, you need to also select a leverage that makes sense, not the 0.1 of your account. Now, if you were going to do that, then you can also do the same thing in opposite direction. If you want to open a long, you need to make sure that you enter at a price that is under the current market price. Otherwise, you're just going to open a market trade and you're going to pay extra fees. Of course, you're going to generate extra Z-score, so it's a bit of give and take in everything. When you're opening market trades, one thing to note is that is when you can also set the take profit and stop loss beforehand. So you can either do it in percentage terms, so example 5% gains, or you say your stop loss is 15% under. So you will get also the automatic numbers for your percentages. And lastly, in extreme market volatility conditions, for example, if you're trading meme coins, you can try to get your slippage a bit higher because sometimes your orders will not be executed at 1% slippage. If the price moves like 3, 4, or 5%, by the time you're submitting the trade and executing the trade, you will not go through. Also, this is very important for take profit and stop losses because sometimes a meme coin can shoot 10, 15, 20% on leverage, and then your orders will not go through. So make sure to increase these if you're trading volatile assets. And that's a wrap for our in-depth guide on Zeta Markets. If you find the content valuable, consider liking and subscribing with bell notifications on. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you're an experienced trader or a newbie looking to dip your toes into the crypto world, we're waiting for you in our Discord. Till next time, good luck trading and have a great day.